David Benavidez has officially accepted the invitation to attend the highly anticipated rematch between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol on Saturday, February 22nd in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. This opportunity, extended by Turki Alalshik, provides Benavidez with a prime moment to be in the spotlight, heightening speculation about a future clash between him and Beterbiev. By being present at ringside, Benavidez will not only build hype for a potential showdown, but also remind the boxing world that he is next in line for a title shot. His presence will create a buzz among fans and analysts, setting the stage for what could be one of the most exciting fights in the light heavyweight division. For Benavidez, this is not just a chance to watch a high-stakes fight, but also a strategic move to ensure his name remains in the conversation as a top contender. According to well-known boxing journalist Lance Pugmire, Benavidez has formally accepted the invitation and will be watching the Beterbiev Bivol fight from ringside. However, his path to a championship fight could become uncertain depending on the outcome of the rematch. Reports suggest that Turki Alalshik is interested in arranging a trilogy between Bivol and Beterbiev if Bivol secures another victory. If that plan moves forward, Benavidez may have to wait much longer than anticipated for his title shot. This situation puts him in a difficult position. He must decide whether to stay inactive and wait for his turn or take another fight in the meantime to keep himself sharp. While waiting might guarantee him a direct shot at the title, staying active could ensure he remains in peak condition and doesn't lose momentum. However, taking a fight before his shot at the belt also comes with risks, as a loss could derail his championship aspirations. One potential option for Benavidez is a rematch against David Morrell, a fight that would generate significant excitement in the boxing world. Their first encounter on February 1st was a brutal 12-round battle that saw Benavidez earn a hard-fought unanimous decision victory with scores of 118 to 108, 115 to 111, and 115 to 111. However, despite the win, Benavidez endured substantial punishment, especially in the later rounds. Morrell appeared to have figured out his strategy and even managed to drop him in the 11th round. A rematch would be a dangerous move for Benavidez, as Morrell has already shown that he has the power and skill to trouble him. If Benavidez chooses to go down this path, he would be taking a considerable risk, one that could either reinforce his dominance in the division or jeopardize his standing as the WBC mandatory challenger. Given the physical toll of their first fight, Benavidez may prefer to wait rather than risk another grueling battle before his long-awaited title shot. Meanwhile, Dmitry Bivol's promoter, Hearn, has expressed strong confidence in his fighter's ability to come out victorious in the rematch against Beterbiev. In a recent interview with Boxing News, Hearn emphasized that Bivol is a proven champion and that his only career loss was highly debatable. He stated that Bivol should have been given the win in their first fight and believes that he will prove himself once again in the rematch. Hearn acknowledged that facing Beterbiev is no easy task, but he remains optimistic that Bivol will rise to the occasion and secure another victory. If Bivol does win, the possibility of a trilogy fight will become a major talking point, potentially pushing Benavidez's championship hopes even further down the line. For Benavidez, this outcome would be frustrating, as he has already worked his way into the mandatory position and is eager to claim his shot at the title. With so much at stake, the outcome of Beterbiev versus Bivol 2 will significantly impact the future of the light heavyweight division and determine Benavidez's next move. Whether he gets the title shot he has been waiting for or is forced to wait longer due to a potential trilogy, his presence at ringside will add another layer of intrigue to an already massive event. Fans will be watching closely to see how everything unfolds, as the division's landscape could shift dramatically depending on what happens on fight night. If Bivol wins and a trilogy is set in motion, Benavidez may have to reassess his options and consider taking another fight to stay relevant. On the other hand, if Beterbiev wins, Benavidez could find himself stepping into the ring sooner than expected for the biggest fight of his career. Either way, his attendance at the event ensures that all eyes will be on him as the next chapter in the light heavyweight division begins to take shape. As the fight night approaches, the tension surrounding the Beterbiev versus Bivol rematch continues to build, and Benavidez's ringside presence only adds to the drama. Fans are already speculating about what his attendance might mean for the future of the division. If Beterbiev wins, there's a strong chance that Benavidez could be next in line for a title fight, setting up a showdown between two of the most feared punchers in boxing. However, if Bivol secures another victory, the situation becomes more complicated. A trilogy fight between Beterbiev and Bivol would likely take precedence, potentially leaving Benavidez in limbo. For a fighter eager to prove himself on the biggest stage, waiting for an uncertain opportunity could be frustrating. This uncertainty makes the upcoming fight even more critical, as it doesn't just impact the two men in the ring, but also fighters like Benavidez, who are waiting in the wings. Beyond the championship implications, Benavidez's presence at the event also serves as a statement of intent. By attending such a high-profile fight, he is making it clear that he is ready to step into the spotlight and take on the biggest challenges in the division. It's a strategic move, allowing him to build anticipation for his eventual title shot while keeping himself relevant in the conversation. Fighters often use these kinds of opportunities to create hype, and Benavidez is no exception. If cameras capture him reacting to key moments in the fight or engaging in interviews about a potential matchup, it could increase the demand for him to fight the winner. This kind of visibility is crucial in today's boxing landscape, where marketing and fan engagement play a massive role in shaping a fighter's career trajectory. However, the uncertainty surrounding the division raises an important question. Should Benavidez take another fight in the meantime, or should he remain patient and wait for his shot? While staying active would keep him sharp, it also comes with risks. If he were to take on a dangerous opponent like Morrell again, he could potentially suffer a loss or sustain injuries that might delay his title aspirations even further. On the other hand, waiting for too long could cause him to lose momentum, especially if the trilogy between Beterbiev and Bivol ends up dragging out over the course of a year or more. It's a tricky decision, and one that Benavidez and his team will need to carefully consider based on the outcome of Saturday's fight. Regardless of what happens, one thing is clear. Benavidez is positioning himself for a major moment in his career. Whether he fights for the title next or has to navigate a few more obstacles along the way, his presence at this event is a reminder that he is one of the most dangerous and exciting fighters in the sport. Fans will be eagerly watching to see how the light heavyweight division unfolds, and Benavidez will undoubtedly be ready to seize his opportunity when the time comes. The only question now is when that opportunity will arrive, and whether he will be forced to wait or take matters into his own hands. Either way, his journey to the top is far from over, and the boxing world will be watching closely to see what he does next.